We're at Roy G. It's the off season. I have a new video series idea. So I've talked to a lot of people this year about coming to the tournaments and playing the AM series here. So what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna play all the courses. I'm gonna play from my tees, throw the shots I normally would play, and then I'm gonna play the short box, and I'm gonna cap my distance to 300 feet, and I'm gonna try to like walk you through how I would play the course, kind of flip it up, go to the right, try to get over 300 feet of distance, hopefully. Okay, not the best shot I've ever seen, but it looks like I'll have an opportunity. This is the short pad. I'm gonna try to cap my distance to like 300 feet. This is a Hawkeye. It's like a straight fairway driver. I'm gonna kind of play at the trees with a little bit of Annie and just see if we can get into them a little bit. I think that's a good play. So here we go. A little bit of Annie through the first tree, sliding around. I threw that about like 280. So yeah, now we have a chance to play another shot. Okay, we're at my lie. This is where the Roadrunner ended up. Not too bad of a spot. It looks like a little flex forehand is the ticket here. So I'm gonna try the Maple. It's like a stable, overstable putter. I think I'd have better luck throwing a T-bird, but I want to try the Maple. So we're just gonna flick it. Catch some glide, please. Oh, we beat the rock just by a few inches. So yeah, we're putting for birdie basically. We've got a little over 200 feet to the green, and I guess I'm just looking to avoid, I'm looking for the biggest gap. So here's what I'll do. I'll take a T-bird. I'm assuming you guys all have a flick, and I'm gonna try to play, I'm just gonna try to use the ground play. Like I normally would play it high here and try to attack the basket, but that's like sort of aggressive. So I'm just gonna use the ground play. If I get a par, I get a par. And we'll just try to play smart. So there's a little skip, jumps up. We're actually on the green. So yeah, that actually worked out pretty well with that skip. Okay, we're on the green. This is where the T-bird ended up. We're in C1. So yeah, you've got a chance for birdie here, or however your putting is feeling, you could get a par. But yeah, we played the hole pretty well. And then this is from the long tee. This is the Maple, so we're really close, just easy birdie. Okay, we're on hole 2. This is the long box. It's there's definitely 2 trees right in the center of the line, and I'm not really gonna stress too much about it. I'm just gonna take, this is a mid-range, this is a Mako 3. It's pretty new, so, or it's actually brand new, so it goes pretty straight. I'm just gonna try to think about having a good release and just take what I get. I'm not really gonna stress too much about this, because if I hit a tree, I can just play for par. Okay, so there's like a decent throw. Like it gets through the gap and then it fades off, and I'm gonna have a birdie putt. So this hole says it's 260 basically. So I'm gonna take an understable disc. This is a Roadrunner. I'm gonna try to attack the right corner of the big tree on the left. So I'm looking for this disc to flip up a little bit for me and then drift. So I'm gonna throw it smooth and try to play right at that tree. Oh, it's going places. Oh my gosh, 9-speed discs are just, they go far. Okay, we'll have a long look. It's where the Roadrunner ended up. It looks like it's deep into C2. It's a raised basket. We picked up a birdie on hole 1. I don't know how good of a putter you guys are, playing in like MA3 and FA3, but we're just not gonna run it. We're just gonna move on. We'll just do this. Feel good about ourselves, not risk like an early bogey in the round. Got 1 birdie, get a par, it's fine. And then yeah, from the Mako shot, pretty close. So we'll take the bird and yeah, go to the next hole. Okay, this is hole 3. This is the long pad. There's a little bit of wind coming through today, quite a bit compared to some days. So usually I like to play like a mid-range high. I'll throw that Mako, and I'll throw it really high, close to the top of the canopy, and just let it get over that the stones. Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna try a T-bird today. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to make a good throw. See what happens. I threw it like way too high. The rock retaining wall, the stone wall, that's 273 to get there. So like I'm trying to play like around 300 feet as my cap. So instead of like trying to really rip it and see if I can even get a C2 putt on the green, I think I'm just gonna focus on throwing a controlled shot towards the rock wall, so that way par is for sure. So here's a Hawkeye, it's a straight fairway driver. I'm just gonna put a little turn on it and just kind of not try to have too much expectations around. So we're gonna go ahead and give this one a run. This is, you know, I'm not gonna be too crazy with how hard I putt it because I don't want to fly by as an amateur, but I definitely want to try to spin it. So we'll just spin the disc. Oh my gosh, please don't roll. Okay, well, okay, that felt good. I feel like I'm in tune with my spin. Okay, so we're just tapping out pars for both shots. So there we go. The short box par, long box par. For you long box players, yeah, it's probably a little disappointing that you didn't even have a look. So we'll just work on that. Okay, this is hole 4. This is probably the first time, well, it is the first time that we can technically throw as hard as we want. I'm gonna take a stable disc today and I'm just gonna try to rip it really hard. Because if I hit anything, like I'm just gonna play for par anyway, so there's no reason to not try to throw it as hard as possible. Oh my goodness. What a, I'm not throwing very well. 600 feet between us and that basket. We don't need to focus as much on getting left like you do from the long tee because we're really not thinking 3. All right, so I'm gonna do the Hawkeye again just because right now at low speed it seems to be the straightest disc for my lineup. You guys just pick something that goes straight with like, you know, a decent little swing. So here we go. Okay, so that's, yeah, I'm just gonna find out how far that is so I can try to give you guys the best information. I threw it like 305, which is what I'm going for. I'm trying to break up all my shots into 300 feet is kind of my max. Okay, I feel good about that. That's good. All right, long boxers, we failed to throw a good shot again, but you know what? We're long boxers, so that's what we do. We throw hard, deal with the consequences. So looks like pretty much just a max power forehand. Oh, I didn't flex as much as I was hoping for. And that little tree kick kept us from getting like a reasonable putt for birdie. Like if I didn't catch that, I think we have a makeable putt. There's multiple lanes to get towards the pin. If you choose to go on these like earlier ones, it's the shortest distance to the pin, but I think there's still room for bogey. So I'm gonna take a much wider approach for safety. And I think I'm gonna throw a forehand. You guys all should be developing like at least a small forehand. So we're gonna take my T-bird here and I'm gonna try to attack just on the outside of that tree right there and just kind of get it moving. Try to feel like I threw a full throw, but not like a rip. And then there we go. We catch that little tree and now we can just jump putt up for the par. No bogey. And that is all we want. If I was on the Pro Tour, I might still run this putt, but since we're MA1 players, we should probably just lay it up. So I'm sorry, but we're just laying it up today. Taking the AVR out and just fluffing it up there to bullseye. You're kidding. The short box gang, we're moving in the direction we want to. We're controlling our own fate here. So yeah, we'll just jump putt up there, take our par right there on bullseye, and we'll move on. And then for the long box guys, we'll just try to regroup and focus on that next par 3, get a birdie. Okay, this is just a shared box. So long boxers and short boxers unite. For long box gang, we're gonna take the right side line and I'm gonna throw a rock. Yeah, we're just gonna try to really focus because we have 2 pars now and we really want a birdie putt at least. So let's just lock in, throw it forward. Okay, we hit our line. We're getting some fade. Hit a small skip and a skip. So we did what we set out to do. We focused up, get a birdie putt. Now we can maybe get some momentum. Okay, short box players. Let's just see. The hole's like over our max distance. Take our T-bird out. That's the disc we're using. Just use the disc that, some of the lines that I'm showing you guys with the flick, whatever you can make fly like the T-bird, just stick with it. The wind is pretty mild, so we're just gonna put one out here. Let it fly a little bit. We're intentionally playing for the ground play. We get a little bunny hop, and now we've got a circle 2 putt. We can maybe give it a bid. So here we are. We're just outside C1. We've got a downhill green, and then if we catch the edge of the wooden terrace, we could get a roll. So this is going to be a judgment call. Like, we did get our practice putt 2 holes ago, and we liked the way it felt. So this is sort of like, do you take a chance or do you just walk away with another good 3? I'll leave this up for you guys. It is windy right now, so I think right now for today we're just gonna take the chance. We're gonna just bank on that experience, but I could totally see laying up would be a nice play too. All right, so we're gonna go for it. Oh, that was close. Okay, so we gave it a run. Putt still felt good, and we didn't pay any taxes for running it, so that's good. Long box dudes, we did it. We focused, we rallied. We are back on the birdie lifestyle. So that is nice to do. So both groups of players are feeling pretty good at this point, I think. Boom. Nice. Looking good. It's looking good so far, guys. Here we go. Overstable Wraith. We're gonna try to hit it hard on some hyzer down that right side. And I yanked it so bad. I love how our power shots are just garbage today. Don't worry, you guys are probably gonna play a little better than me. I'm throwing like bad right now. All right, short box gang. We just need to get some distance and throw a controlled shot. I think on this hole, it looks more risky to throw the forehand. So I think we're gonna go backhand. We're gonna play it down the middle. We're gonna keep using, the wind hasn't changed, so like we're gonna keep using the disc that's been working. Where is it? For me, the Hawkeye has been the one. So yeah, we're just gonna keep our line going forward. Just keep it nice and flattish. Controlled little shot. And we're just gonna let the disc work a little. And yeah, that's all we really wanna do, is just sort of move forward and take what we get. That way we can advance the fairway again. Okay, this is tough for us actually. This is where we gotta kind of like be the best we can, because now we're gonna have to trust ourselves twice, because we're not gonna get the easiest upshot of all time. So this is where we gotta lock in. We have an opportunity to get a par here. I'm gonna play a mid-range. I'm gonna try to put a lot of hyzer angle on it so I can throw it more right initially and then skip it a little left. This is a mid-range right here, Mako. But yeah, lots of hyzer angle, not too hard. Okay, we beat all the nasty boys, and then we're still right there in the open lane. So now we really need to be proven that we're good at that upshot, and we'll get our par. We're gonna give it a little run, just because. We're gonna throw a little forehand. We're gonna leave it high enough, hopefully, to actually make it go in. Man, that was long box gang. We almost impressed our card mates. All right, short box guys, we're just trying to we're trying to be good. We're just gonna try to throw a backhand right up there. It's 157, it's slightly uphill, so we need to throw it just a tiny bit more. Come on, come on, go short box guys. Got our par, worked a little harder for it, and then long box guys, sorry. Another par, but we'll get it back. We'll focus up for birdie on the next hole. It says 351, par 3. Lots of room to work it wide and then come back. You can throw Firebird, you can throw fairway. I'm gonna try a Rock X3 today. Yeah, look, it's, oh wait, this is our distance, 310. So we're thinking we want to circle 1 birdie putt. So we've been using our Old Faithful all day. Here's the Hawkeye. We're not gonna cut it too tight because we don't want to like accidentally have to throw an upshot, but we want to be throwing a good shot. So we're gonna be a little bit more to the right. Just keep it smooth, have a little bit of angle on it at the end. See what happens. It's flying, it's fading. And it skipped. Yeah, so we're C1 and we're looking good. Not enough Annie. Okay, another par. All right, long box guys. This is hole 8, par 3, 373. We're gonna go forehand here. I'm gonna go with a destroyer that's beat in. So it's like a flippy one. Uh-oh, we got it too flat. Okay, so par. All right, short box peeps. This one's 314. We've got like, you know, we're a little bit further along in the gap. This is where I'm a little bit torn on what I should recommend. So we've gone with the theme of like, if it's higher chances of getting a par, we're going forehand. I could see how you guys might want to turn a disc over. So you could throw like a flippy one, like a Roadrunner, but we're gonna stick to the basics. We've already used this quite a few times in the round. So we're taking our T-bird and we're not trying to cut the inside with a lot of hyzer because we don't want to hit an early tree. We're more okay with throwing it more forward. Like obviously I'm not trying to flip it up an ante on it because I don't want to go left, but yeah, we're just gonna go forward, take our T-bird. Yeah, and I focused on throwing it forward and then the disc faded on its own. And as a consequence, it looks like we've got a putt. But yeah, all right, long box gang, I'm so sorry. It's like 3 holes in a row. I've just left you guys out here for nothing. But yeah, so we're like a hundo. We're gonna try to chip it in. We're gonna give it enough height for it to catch some chains, hopefully. Oh, I didn't trap it. Okay, another par. All right, guys, look, we're doing the short box gang. If you're following this blueprint, we're feeling good. No bogeys, throwing good shots. No, we have a look here. If we miss this, we're not mad. This is sort of like almost a bonus hole for us. Ooh, we cashed from like just on the edge. So we're back, huh? We're feeling good. Dude, short box gang, we're here killing it. Long boxers, we need to figure it out. We need to get it under control. We're on hole 9. This is a par 4. This is an opportunity for us to throw it really far and have an easier time approaching the green. So we're gonna go with a destroyer. Because we're playing so bad, but we really haven't bogeyed yet, we just are not getting birdies, we're gonna spend like a little extra time on the tee box. So let's just see if this helps, right? Like, try to get a good sense of our release point. Hopefully that helps. Oh, what do we get? Okay, so we got everything we set out to get. Like we threw it hard, we got some movement, and then we faded. So now our upshots are gonna be a little easier to get up and down because this hole is harder the further away you are from the pin. So we're good. Long box guys, we're looking good. All right, short box folks, from back there, this seemed more like a wall of trees, but it seems like you do kind of want to be more middle because it gives you bigger gaps. I was initially okay with this little fade, but when you get over here, it just becomes not so good. Luckily, we still get a gap right here. So let's see, how do I want to recommend this? I think I'll finally go away from the forehand. So we're taking our flippy Roadrunner, lightweight, and we're just gonna try to get a little angle on it and then let the disc just go to the right, which it did. And then that right there is an easy up and down for par. All right, long boxers, we really rallied there. We took some time on the tee. We were like trying to figure it out. So we got 180 to the pin, and we're just gonna throw forehand, try to get on that green. There is one tree in the sweet spot, right in the middle. And we can try to come inside of it. So like what we'll do is to give ourselves some space away from this little guy, we'll take a weird straddle. And my thought process is we'll try to come on the inside of that middle tree with some hyzer and focus on the right side of the green where our putt would go instead of trying to park it. So here we go, maple, forehand, a little bit of hyzer, and dig into the green. And now we've got a putt. I think it's easy to think about just purely throwing it out until it slows down and then parking it, but then you have a chance of hitting the tree on a good throw. So I think forcing a clean shot to the right side of the green is a better chance at, you know, not having to deal with that. All right, short boxers, listen, we did it. We freaking threw 2 good shots. We don't really need to take this putt, I don't think. I mean, we're not doing it. We're just taking the 3. So we're gonna take a smart, clean jump putt, focus on getting it to the bullseye. Don't take these for granted. This is like the payoff of being focused. We threw 2 good shots. Don't take the 80-foot jump putt for granted. Put it to the bullseye, tap it out. You worked for that par, you earned it, make sure you get it. All right, so we got birdie here for long box boys, and then we got a beautiful par for the short box gang, and we get to go to the next hole. Both groups feeling really good. All right, we're on hole 10, par 4. It's got this like throw it, bend shot, and it's pretty risky. Honestly, this is probably one of the harder ones. Well, actually, that's not true. They changed the pin, I forgot. So this is a 155 destroyer, and we're just gonna throw it on a hyzer and let it flip over. Wow, okay, that is so far. All right, short boxers, this is hole 10, 541. So this is the type of par 4 that we're thinking if we throw 2 good shots, we're putting for birdie. So this will be one of the first par 4s of the day where we're going birdie time. Because I just want that little glide and turn. So that's perfect. So we've thrown like 275, 280, and then we'll just take a similar distance shot to the pin. All right, short boxers, here we are. We threw a great shot, we're in a good spot. The nature of this green is how it is. You get the most room on the right, and you have to take a gamble if you want to go directly at the basket. Let's see, how do we feel? We're definitely trying to birdie this hole, and we're not deep C2 putters. So we almost need to be C1. And I think we can scramble if we hit something early. Like I think we could jump putt up and get that par. So I think for us, we'll take the risk somewhere down. We'll try to park it or be like C1. So let's see. We're not gonna throw putter because we want to throw it soft and we want to have glide at the same time. So we need to go mid. So we'll go standstill probably. And we're just gonna aim kind of right at the trees. There's a gap between them, but we're just gonna aim right at the center. And just, we're gonna take the stress away. We're just gonna focus and just see, hey, this could work out. And it did, so far. And oh yeah, completely worked out. You can throw a mid here, and sometimes I do throw a mid, but it's 370 basically. So I'm gonna try the Hawkeye, and then the short box guys will throw a mid from just right there. So yeah, we're gonna go Hawkeye. Oh man, that Hawkeye is really good. We can get a putt here. We want to focus on going straight and a little slightly left of center, and then pick a disc that will flip up a tiny bit. Because we don't want to throw a flippy disc because we don't want to like turn over right away. The Hawkeye is already gone. Long box guy just threw it. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to throw a mid. You guys would just probably keep throwing the same disc you've been using. But we're going Mako 3. Oh, okay, this is a little unfortunate that we're gonna catch that tree, and we're only catching it because that Mako is super stable, which I love. I love finding stable Makos, but yeah, usually that Hawkeye we would have been using, or that disc you're using, would have just bent and never faded real quick. So you'd be putting a little closer than we're putting today, but shout out stable Mako gang. Love it, love that. I mean, you can expect to have a circle edge putt when the hole's like 320, but you guys probably would have been a little closer if you didn't nick that tree. But we're running this putt. We're not laying it up. We're gonna try to make it. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, long boxers, you guys are parked though. Sorry, short box gang. Good try. Long box, thank gosh, got something going. Got a bird. 310. For the long box guys, we're gonna go forehand, and the short box guys, we're gonna go forehand. So what we'll do is we'll throw this more stable of the T-birds for the long box guy. Oh my, what the heck? What the heck? I'm so sorry guys, that's horrible. Long box guys, I'm just not a good teammate to you guys right now. All right, short box guys, we don't wanna miss early, and we don't wanna ante it left. We're just trying to go straight. So we're gonna focus on playing it a little bit safer, a little flatter, and just not too hard. So here we go. So that's smart for us. We take the bogey out. All right, here we go. We're gonna run it. Oh, we kind of flicked it a little too wide. Well, guys, we're just not running it. We threw a good shot. We're happy with how it flew. We're just not gonna run it. We're just gonna take the par. We're gonna focus on putting it close. And then we're just gonna take the happy par. This is one of the weirdest holes on the course. You'll probably agree with me once you play it a couple times. But basically for you long boxers, the hole is designed for you to like get through this gap, fade some, not too much, and then still push forward. So that way your upshot is unobstructed and it's like a manageable distance. But however, it looks like a hyzer. Like it looks like you want to throw a hyzer flip up to get the most bang for your buck. But then it's really, for some reason, it just, you know, this inside wall just, it pulls you straight to it. So what I'm trying to do for you guys is actually throw a fairway driver, throw a tiny hyzer angle, but you're throwing a straight shot. And then you're trying to get some early ground play, and you're looking for like that 320 distance upshot. So you're really not trying to crush it. You're just trying to throw it pretty well. So here we go. So I held back on the power. We got to go straight. We get the ground play, and then like plus or minus about that distance left, same depth, and you'll have like a long mid-range to the basket. All right, 13 for the short box crew. Putter. You guys could probably go mid or putter too, kind of like just a small little angle on it. It's just that we're trying to just get a little bit of distance and stay in the middle, so that way we can get that par. All right, long box gang, we're just a little bit shorter than I like to be. I like to be a bit closer. So this is like 386 upshot distance. So we're gonna take the short box guys' disc. We're gonna use their Hawkeye, play our little fairway shot, and then they can chip up with something else. So here we go. Trying to get that birdie putt. Uh-oh, I burnt it over. That's a bummer. Well, there goes our bird. Dang, I wasted the Hawkeye. We just want to try to get that like 290 straight shot. We're not trying to flex it because we don't want to pull it into the right stuff. We just want to throw it forward, and we're okay with like a little bit of fade. So let's just play it smooth. Have a little bit of fade, and then we'll just get up and down from over there, and we'll get our par. All right, short box guys and girls, we're really close to the basket. So all we need to do is just throw a little upshot, keep it close, so we get that par. So we're just gonna play it over there, keep it in the bullseye. And then for you long boxers, we still gotta look, luckily. It's a long one. But like there is a drop off here, so if you have a big spin putt, you could pay the comeback cost fee, but we're not thinking about missing. We're long boxers, we're only thinking about making it. Fade. Oh. No way. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so bad. That's like, oh, so horrible. We gotta focus up. It looks like grenade is a decent option. I wanna go up and kind of plinko back to the basket a bit. This is a Draco, it's really overstable, but I don't think it'll come back as much. So let's try a T-bird and see what a T-bird would do. All right, we're just gonna go straight up on the left side and hopefully this works out. That did not work out. Took down a whole tree. Short boxers, we got ourselves a look. This is C2. It's flat ground. There is like a little bit of cabbage here. I would say go ahead and send it, you know, like try to make it. Oh, left side chains. They're not feeling it. Par and bogey. Number 15. For you short box guys, I think the gaps are a little better if you're more right, so I'm not going to take the center line. I'm actually going to take the right side line, I think. Get over there. And I think like on that side of the fairway, we'll have some better lines. You want to play through?
Sure.
Long boxers, we caught this tree, so now we got a far shot. I think, yeah, we just try to play it down this left side. I think that's all we got to do. It's 440 to get to the pin, so we got a long way to go. And looks like another par. Kind of worm burned it a little. Maybe we can chip it in, maybe. All right, shorties. I put a little too much turn on it, so I think I wanted to be here. I ended up here. This is much more difficult. So, you know, now we don't get like a big gap. A fairway driver. This is a T-bird for me. And we're gonna just try to get through the gap flat. That's it. That's just all we're gonna try to do. So we did it. If we hit a tree, so what? Yeah, we did. It doesn't matter. We hit most of the gap, and now we should have a really manageable distance to get our par. All right, we're at the second shot of our short box guys, so we just need to get up and down. This looks like 155, so we're just gonna try to throw it straight and get it up there. Okay, that's okay. Not the best, not the worst. Long box guys, we actually still have a jump putt for the birdie. That roller, I always play aggressive off that tee. I don't know, you guys could probably play less aggressive, but I think the moment you're not throwing it far, it's really hard to birdie. So as you can see, when you have 440 of low ceiling, it can be difficult to get it to the green. Had that roller worked out, it would have been pretty easy to get up here. But anyway, we've still got a birdie putt. See if this KC AVR can go in. Oh no, just before the chains. Okay, well, pars for both groups. All right, we're on the 16th, par 3, 340, same tee for both. So long box guys, we'll throw mid for you. This is a rock, 3. Thrown poorly, as all the shots for you guys have been. And then short box guys, we're just gonna use that disc that we've been using all day, kind of our straight one. This one's the T-bird, and we're gonna play right down the center. Let's see. Yep. So either way, like short box guys, if we get a par, we get a par. It's not a big deal. We threw a good shot. And then long box guys, I just suck. So you guys are struggling for me. All right, this is the 17th. This is a par 3, 440 from the longs. And I have been personally enjoying this Wraith. It's kind of stable. Just got it a couple days ago. And yeah, I can't tell if it's like just star plastic or if it's glow and star, but anyway, it's stable. The plan here, honestly, is just to rip it, have some fun, throw it kind of flat. If I would have thrown it flat, it wouldn't have punked me, but because I left the nose up, I'm playing it up shot. But I love how stable that Wraith is. I really love stable Wraiths because they can slowly break into stable straight Wraiths. 18th hole. I personally am so happy it's over. I'm gonna go eat. This is a destroyer. It's really stable, kind of. I'm just gonna throw it as hard as I can, ish, and hopefully it goes straight and goes around the corner. You can probably tell that I'm like tired of playing about how I'm describing this, but it's just how it is. Please save me. I have no skill left. Just save me. Oh, thank God. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm throwing a stable disc, because I am not skilled enough to actually throw anything different. I just want to rip it. Hopefully it breaks. All right, guys. I'm so proud of you if you follow this game plan. Like you've played a clean round, got a couple birdies, mostly pars. The tree in the background is 315, so it's like right at our sweet spot. So we're just going to be a little right of that. I'm going to use the same disc we've been using all day. And we're just going to play controlled straight shot. Yeah, there we go. And then we do one more of those and we chip up for par. All right, shorties, we got 350, so that's out of our range. So we just need to miss this first little half tree. I think we're gonna play high and outside of it with some Annie, and we're gonna use the same old disc that we've been using all day because it's been so good to us. Yeah, we're just gonna stick to it. And then we're just gonna let it glide, and then it's just a jump putt and we get that par, and then we probably had a good round. It seems like it, at least. All right, guys, long boxers. This is about where you want to be if you throw a good one and then you have like just an upshot. We're gonna try to throw it in because that's how it is. Oh, what is that little drift at the last second? It just wants to go even more right. I'm sorry, I tried to get you guys an eagle, but that flippy putter is flippy. All right, this is the short boxers lie, and yeah, we're not gonna run it. We've come so far, playing so clean, so smart. We're just gonna chip it up, and then long boxies. Looks like we still got a birdie putt back here, trying to be greedy, throw it in, but yeah, it's not too far past, so we'll get a birdie, hopefully. Okay, I don't know how this is all gonna turn out. Obviously I had a headache all day and kind of grumpy and not focused, but I'm gonna try to edit this together, and if it comes out decent, I'll continue this theme on the other courses that the NADGT uses, and then you guys will have these to fall back on next year when you come to Austin. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like the video, follow me on Instagram, Bradley Disc Golf, and I'll catch you for the next one.